Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Leigha. Thank you so much for stopping by. In today's video, we're going to be doing my introduction into the Dude You Pan My Battleship project pan. So if you're interested in seeing that, then just keep on watching. Before we get into that though, if you are new here, please remember to hit that subscribe button so you never miss another video from me. I do a lot of panning content and a lot of indie makeup content, so if that's right up your alley, then be sure to hit that subscribe button and let's get into the video. Alright you guys, so as I said, today I'm doing my introduction to a very exciting project pan. It is the Dude You Pan My Battleship project pan. This was a project pan created by Cookie Pans, and a beauty guru made me do it. I will link their information down below. But the premise of this project, if you're not familiar with it, is you either pick a palette or single shadows and you partner up with someone and you place battleships on those eyeshadows that, you know, if they hit pan, it's either a miss or a hit, and the goal is to pan your opponent's battleships. So I'm so excited to be doing this project. Leigha Embo, if you do not follow her, you need to check her out. She messaged me on Instagram and was like, do you want to do this project with me? And I was like, absolutely. I was so excited when she reached out to me about doing this project. I've always wanted to do this one, and so I was really excited when she reached out and asked me to do this with her. So thank you, Leigha, for asking me to do this project. And once again, if you do not follow her, if you like my content, you will love her content. She is also an indie makeup enthusiast, and she does a lot of panning projects, and she just has beautiful eyeshadow looks all the time. Like, they're so gorgeous, and she's also really good at panning. So I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm so excited for this project. I am still doing Panthers eyeshadows. That intro will be coming up after this, but I'm really excited for this project. So I've already got all the shadows swatched out. I've got shimmer shadow all over my cardigan, but let me show you my palette. So this is what it looks like. So we have 20 shadows, and we are doing 3 ships, so one with 4 pans, one with 3 pans, and one with 2 pans. And this is my battleship. So as you can tell, it's pretty shimmer heavy, and I was telling this to Leigha when we were messaging back and forth, and it's like, on one hand, mattes are hard because they're hard to pan. They're just harder to pan. But on the other hand, like, I can only put so many shimmers on my eyelid. So it's kind of like, you really could go either way. It's pretty shimmer heavy. But I was nervous about, the majority of my indie matte singles are either from Sydney Grace or Lethal Cosmetics, which Sydney Grace would be really difficult, and I've never panned a Lethal matte shadow before. I do have 3 Lethal mattes in here, as well as one from Dandelions Co. and one from Divina. So I think I'm going to go row by row and tell you what the shadows are, and then show you them on my arm. First up, we have this orange peachy matte. This is Zarina from Divina Cosmetics. Next up, we have Earth Shine from Divina Cosmetics. This is like a sage green, and that's one of the newer collections. Then we have this like medium green shimmer. This is a Rainbow Blossom from Divina Cosmetics. This is from the Candy Cakes collection. Then we have this one right here. This is Chandelier from Cleona Cosmetics. And then we've got Grindstone from Dandelions Cosmetics on the end there. Okay, so we have Zarina, we have Earthshine, we have Rainbow Blossoms, we have Chandelier, and we have Grindstone. Super excited about those shades. We've got Lynx from Divina, we've got Runaway from Lethal Cosmetics, we've got Lucent Ray from Divina Cosmetics. That's more of a purple. They both look silver in the pan, but that's more purple. Then we've got Abracadabra from Glam Shop, and we have Genesis from Lethal Cosmetics. So those shadows are right here. So we've got Lynx, Runaway, Lucent Ray, Abracadabra. I swatched them out of order by accident. This is Abracadabra, and we've got Genesis. Next up, we've got the third row. We've got Lineage from Cleona Cosmetics. We've got Sour Spanx from Divina Cosmetics. We've got Replica from Lethal Cosmetics. We've got Swindle from Glam Shop. And we've got Messier from Divina Cosmetics. So those shadows are right, oops, they're a little blown out right now, but this is Lineage, Sour Spanx, Replica, Swindle, and Messier. And Swindle is a marble shadow, so that's why it looks like there's a purple streak in it. That's just how it's swatched. My arm is getting so tired. last row, we've got Cygnus from Davina, we've got Carving from Cleona, we've got Sprinkle Whips from Davina, Release from Lethal Cosmetics, and we've got Puffles from Davina Cosmetics. So those are right here. So we've got Cygnus, Carving, Sprinkle Whips, Release, and then you can't really see it, but that shimmer right there is Puffles. I'm gonna go wipe these swatches off so I can roll down my cardigan sleeve, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so now I just want to talk a little bit about why I chose a lot of these shimmers. I really like greens and purples, so I felt like that made sense. Lynx is one of my favorite shimmers from Davina ever, so I felt like it made sense to put that in there. I wanted to add a few of my new Davina shades, so that would be Earthshine, Lucent Ray, and then these two down here, which are Sprinkle Whips and Sour Spanks. And then I wanted to add just a few more challenging shades. So Cygnus is not a shade I typically go for, but I thought that would be fun to include. I wanted to include one of my new Lethal Multichromes. I think that would be, it's a gorgeous shade on its own, but it's also a good topper. And I thought Lineage would be also a challenge as well, but a shade I would really like to use. And then I picked mattes that I thought would go with a lot of the shimmer. So this orange matte will go well with Lynx. It'll also go well with Cygnus, like in the transition area. And then I have a lot of greens and purples in here, so that's why I picked these three lethal shades. And then I also thought a gray would go really well with a lot of these tones, so I added that in there. I've never panned any of these matte formulas before, so I'm a little nervous, but I'm really excited. So that's kind of a little backstory of why I chose these shades. And I mostly picked Davina. I know I can hit pan in Davina shades pretty well. I do have a goal of hitting pan in 5 Cleona shades this year, so I thought I would throw a few in here. Chandelier is a great topper, but it's also a great inner corner shade. Carving is great on its own or as a topper. Lineage is more opaque, so it's more of a shadow on its own, but I really like this palette. Obviously, it's not super cohesive. I'll be using matte shadows for my collection as well, but I'm really, really excited about it. So this is my palette, and so now this is my cue for Leigha to exit out of the video because I'm going to be showing where I placed her battleships. So if you want to see where Leigha placed her battleships onto my palette, go ahead and check out her video. I'm not going to know because I'm not going to look at, when she says Delaney look away or Lainey look away, I'm going to not look. But if you want to know where her battleships are on my palette, go ahead and check out her video. I will link it down below. And yeah, so Leigha, if you haven't exited out already, time to exit out because I'm about to show where your battleships are. All right, so I'm going to scoot over a little bit. So I'm going to pop up Leigha's battleship up here, and so I didn't really know the best place to put the battleships on her palette. Again, we're doing one with 4, one with 3, and one with 2. And so I wanted to avoid, and I'm sure she probably did this with my palette as well, I wanted to avoid shadows that you could use on the inner corner because those are easier to hit pan because you're using a much smaller brush. So I was trying to avoid those two in the upper left-hand corner. So ultimately, I ended up picking the 4 on the bottom row, and then the 2 in the second column that are above one of the ships on that 4. And then I picked the 3 on the right-hand side, and that's just because, again, I think Cleona shades are going to be pretty difficult to hit pan on, so I thought, let's go for that one. I was also trying she has a lot of green in her palette, so I was trying to avoid placing my ships on a lot of greens that would make like a cohesive look. So that was my little strategy for picking out her battleships. It may not be the best placement, but it's what I picked. I think she also has Lynx maybe from Davina on her battleship. But yeah, I'm excited to see what shades she picks specifically. Like, I recognize some of them. I can tell she definitely picked some Davina ones. But I'm really excited. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know, or maybe don't let me know so she doesn't see it in the comments, but I hope these are a good placement of battleships, and we will see. I don't know if this is the right thing to do, but those are the ships that I placed on hers. As for my strategy, I think I definitely want to be focusing on the mats. Like, I definitely think she has placed a Battleship on at least one of these mats, probably the lethal ones. Because I think those are going to be the hardest to hit, because Dandelions is pretty powdery and so is Davina. So I definitely think she's got a ship on probably one of these lethal mats. And then I think potentially this lethal multi-chrome, but I'm not sure. I definitely think maybe on one of these two Davina or Cleona multi-chromes. Probably not this one because it is an inner corner shade, although I'm going to use it and attempt to pan on it anyway. So I think right now I want to focus on using all of these shades, but have a focus on the lethal mattes, and I think also focus on the Cleona shades. And then maybe one of these shimmers over here just to have more focus on this side of the palette. Should I pick like 3 shades to focus on for the month? Let's do that. I think I'm going to focus on Carving from Cleona. So I think I'm going to focus on Carving. I think I'm going to focus on Replica. And I think I'm going to focus on Messier. No. I think I'm going to focus on Abracadabra. This one, and this one. I don't know. I'm going to try to use all of them at least once. And I forgot to say, but we are going to be updating this on Instagram as well as doing video updates every other month. So every other month you will see a video update from us, and then I think we're going to be posting on Instagram when we hit a Battleship, and that's how we'll see if we hit pan or not, or hit a Battleship or not. So follow us down below. My Instagram is at makeup_with_Lainey, and Leigha is Awesome Empties on Instagram. I will link our links down below so you can check us out and follow along on Instagram. But that is all I have for you today. I hope you're excited about this project, just as excited as Leigha and I are. I'm really, really excited, and I'm a little nervous because Leigha is really good at panning shadows. So I'm nervous, but I'm excited. So that is all I have for you today. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment if you like down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!